We're busting out the flower crown again, just to look like I put in some effort into my outfit. Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you all my current beauty favorites. Since this is my first video doing anything like this, it's not a monthly favorites, it's just makeup that are just my favorites or my go-tos in general. So let's just get right into this. So I'm not going to go through every single category or step of makeup because some of the products I have in my daily makeup routine I always use, mostly because it's the only kind of product I have or the only one I've ever tried, so we're not going to count it. Like, these are just like my standout products that like I love and I'll probably try to repurchase if some of these are repurchasable once I run out. So first, let's go into foundation. I have the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and mine's in the color Warm Beige. I have a lot of foundations that I've tried and gone through, and they're all good and okay, but I like this one the best, mostly because it has a nice natural finish. It's not like matte or dewy or anything, it's just like normal skin, and it just looks nice and it doesn't oxidize weirdly or anything. And if you can see, it kind of is starting to run out a little bit over there, so it's really good, and I do want to try the concealer to go with it, especially since I am running out of my concealer right now. So for concealer, I have the Maybelline Age Instant Rewind Concealer, and I don't know if that's focusing. And mine's in the color Medium. I guess it's just Medium. I like it, it's not too cakey. Like, I have a NARS Creamy Foundation Concealer, and I feel like it's like a little bit cakey when I try to correct my under eyes, but this one is like, I feel like a lot more lighter than that. I mean, I love my NARS one, I always use it and I'm almost out of it, but my only issue with this one is that I think it's a little too light for my skin. So even for like brightening my under eyes, it's a little bit more lighter than I would like it to be, but it's still a good concealer, as you can see, that I've used kind of a decent amount of it. I don't know if it's focusing. Okay. For powders, I've actually been really not bad about this, but for a while I was just setting my foundations with powder foundations, and that was just getting a little bit too much for me. It just looked too cakey, so it took me a while to get onto the translucent powder. I don't want to call it a bandwagon, it's not a bandwagon, but just starting to use translucent powder, I guess. And because I'm very cheap, I didn't want to buy like the expensive ones right away, so I tried a lot of drugstore ones. I wasn't really crazy about them, and then I tried the Laura Mercier one, and then that was like a small sample size, so once I ran out of that I had to buy a full-size one. But then instead I bought this Kat Von D Lock-It setting powder, and it's actually way cheaper, not way cheaper, but it's cheaper than the Laura Mercier one, and I like it a little bit better just because it is a lot more lighter on my skin, but you get a lot of products. It is cheaper than the Laura Mercier one, and I think it works just as well, so yeah. Now for eyebrows, my favorite, I think in general, is just the brand itself, not so much just one single product, but if I'm calling out one single product, it would be the Benefit Ka-Brow, and I'm in the color 3. When I like dye my hair to this color, sometimes my hair will grow and get darker, and then this becomes a little bit too light, but I really like this. I like the entire Benefit brow line things. Like, I have the Anastasia pomades for my makeup kit, but when I'm using it on my clients, I don't really care for it as much. But this one, I remember the first time I got it in, because I ordered it online, so when I got it in the mail, I tried it out at night, and then I kind of went to sleep without taking out my makeup. I don't know. I'm sorry, it was just my eyebrows. And the next morning I woke up and I looked in the mirror and I was like, why do my brows look so full? And I forgot it's because I used this. So this stayed on through my sleep, which I think is really awesome. And it's actually waterproof, whereas the Anastasia ones are not. And it just does a really good job of filling in my eyebrows. Like, today is not a good example because I had work today early in the morning, so I had to do a very rushed job of all my makeup. But yeah, it's just, the pomade is good for a nice fuller, drawn in brow look, I suppose. I'm not really good at words right now, it's been a long day. I like the pomade like for more dramatic eyebrow looks, I guess. Eyebrow looks. But I really like the pomade for like more filled in, fuller brows. And I love the pencil also for just filling in my brows and making them look more natural. Like, just anything in the Benefit brow line, I love it so much. Now on to eyes. I have two things for eyeshadow. Technically one is a palette and one is a single, but I had to mention both because I just couldn't, yeah. And obviously everything I'm about to say is very bandwagony, but you know what, it's okay because they're good products for a reason. But first, for eye palettes, my favorite is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette, and like, I feel like this is just very much my aesthetic, I guess you could say. I don't like saying that, but I guess that's a good way to explain why I like it. Like, I'm very into like pink colors and like just warm colors, and that's like exactly what this palette is. And like, as you can see, or I don't know if you can see it, but I have delved into a lot into these colors. Actually, my favorite color in here is Blonde Fresco, and I love using this to like as a transition shade on my lids, because like normally I like to try to play it safe with eye makeup, and I'll usually do like a brown transition shade, but like I love using this color. It looks so pretty when you like blend it out on the lids, on my crease, and like especially when I'm doing a pink look, it's like my favorite. And I don't know, I just really love that color for like my crease. It has such pretty, like, here, let me swatch that for you guys. So that's Blonde Fresco. Also, just like the shimmers in this palette are amazing. You know, I didn't even realize that there was only 3 shimmer colors in this palette until I watched makeup guru until I watched another makeup YouTuber talk about this palette, and they said they said there was only 3 shimmer palettes, and it just never dawned on me because every color in here is just so nice. And even though I love shimmers, I still love this palette. And another eye product I couldn't just ignore because I love it so much is my L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow in the color Amber Rush. I love this color so much. It's actually on my eyes right now, and like I said, I love shimmers, I love pinks, and this is just like the perfect mixture of both. Especially on like lazy days, I like to just pop this on my lids and just like blend it out, and it like does something like this. And I usually don't like single shadows just because I'm kind of lazy, and I like to just have everything in a palette because it's just easier and more accessible. But like, this is one of the few single shadows I will actually go out of my way to grab and like use in an eye look. Okay, so for mascara, I've actually lost my favorite mascara, which is very heartbreaking because obviously it's my favorite. I don't know where it went, but I will just mention it. It's the Ciate Triple Shot Mascara in Triple Black. It's so crazy good. It's like an instant brow. It's just like really pigmented, and like you can like, it makes my eyelashes look visible, which is very nice because I have small Asian lashes. But yeah, like it's just, I really like what it does to my lashes. It looks really nice and it makes them actually visible. For eyeliner, this isn't the exact shade that I usually like to use it in, but I have been holding out on buying a new full-size one just because I don't want to spend the money on it. My favorite's the Kat Von D liner in the shade Trooper, and right now I ran out of that because I just use it every single day. So for now I've been using the smaller sample size in Mad Max Brown just as an alternative. Like, it's dark enough to get the point across. For face, my favorite blush right now is the Tarte blush in the shade Party with 3 A's, and this is the one that comes in the little Sephora birthday set. I just really like it. It's a nice natural looking blush color, but it still has that blush color to it. Like, obviously it's not that dark when I put it on. I like to just use a light fluffy blush brush to kind of lightly tap it on my skin, and it makes this nice natural blush look. For highlight, it's actually kind of a combo of 2. I'm kind of going back and forth on highlights now just because I've been using this one so often that I feel like I need to change it up a little bit. But my favorite is the Becca and Jaclyn Hill highlights, and it's in Prosecco Pop and Champagne Pop. And I say it's both my favorites because the way I like to use this is mixing it together. They're really pretty on their own. I think Prosecco Pop's a little bit too light for my skin tone on its own, and Champagne Pop works well on its own as well, but I just like the way that they look together. And let me see if I can mix that. So this is kind of what the highlight looks like mixed together. It's sort of hard to see. My lighting is not cooperating with me today. It looks really nice on the skin. Like, here, let me show you a live swatch since I don't have highlight on. Please stay. So I just take a little bit of this, and I usually mix it up together a lot, and you can kind of see the dents where I mix the 2 together. And we'll just put a little bit up here. Ooh. Can you see that? Yeah. So that's what it looks like with the two mixed together. And like I said, my lighting is not the best, so it's kind of hard to see the actual color, but this is what I usually wear every day if I just don't feel like experimenting and just doing my regular everyday thing. Alright, so for lips, this was really difficult to narrow down to one, so I had it narrowed down to one regular lipstick and one lip gloss, and I figured since I had one of each type of lip finish, I might as well throw in my favorite liquid lips shades, so I have 3 lip favorites. I'll start with the gloss. It's the Too Faced Sweet Peach Gloss in the color Papa Don't Peach, and this is my favorite. I asked for this for my birthday and I got it, and then I lost it and I was heartbroken, so I actually went out and bought another one because I loved it so much. And this is my go-to lipstick for work, and it smells amazing. Sometimes I like to just open it and smell this, and the same thing with the peach palette, but this is just like a really nice color, and especially when on days at work where I don't want to wear any makeup but I want to look like I kind of care, I'll just throw on this lip gloss for some kind of like a glossy, easy color. So that's what it looks like with my really weird swatch in my arms. And it's just a nice nude gloss color that smells really good, and I'll just put this on right before work. I'll like take bathroom breaks and like throw this on. My favorite lipstick is the one by Bite Beauty. Well, this is their matte cream pencils, and it's in the color Glace or Glace. I don't know, but it looks like this. And as you can see, I've used this up very much, but it's like a really pretty, I don't want to call it a nude color, it's like a mauve-y color, I guess, and I just really like the way it looks. It's really nice and pretty, and it actually goes with a lot of things that I wear. So most of the time this will be like the color I try to aim to wear, but if my outfit doesn't really match, then I'll go for the gloss. But that's what it looks like. So my favorite liquid lipstick would be the one by Kylie Cosmetics in the color Ginger. Everyone says like a lot of people don't like it, this brand, I feel like, because they don't like Kylie, but her products are really good, and it is not the same as ColourPop. And I say this very strongly because I had ColourPop Cosmetics in the Ultra Matte lipsticks, and I really don't like those. I have very dry lips, so I am very critical of liquid lipsticks, and I will always be the judge of whether or not they're like, I am just the most harshest on liquid lipsticks out of any makeup product. And I love hers, like they don't transfer, they last a long time, and for the most part they're not that cracky. It's like a mixture of brown and like reddish brown nudie color. That is the best way I can describe it. That's what it looks like on the skin with my awkward arm and weird swatching. But I love this color so much that I wore this color every day when I had my trip in California, and it was just amazing. It did not let me down. It went with every outfit I had, and it was wonderful. And I loved it so much, and I still love it. I've just been taking a break from liquid lipstick, so it hasn't been getting a lot of love lately. I also just want to mention one lip balm that I love a lot because, like I said, I do have very dry lips, and I feel like a lot of lip balms moisturize your lips for like a second and then they re-dry it out. But this one by Sugar, their Advanced Therapy Lip Treatment, it's so good. Like, it actually moisturizes your lips and keeps them moisturized, not like how some lip balms kind of like do it, moisturize it and then just dries out. Like, this keeps my lips moisturized. Before I use any liquid lipstick products, I will always try to moisturize my lips with these first, and I like just having this in my bag just to like, in case I need it. Okay, so that's everything for my current beauty favorites. If you guys like it, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you like my videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!